Okay, guys, got up, went to CrossFit, hit an upper body day, threw in some random leg exercises, so I don't really know. It's just kind of like a hodgepodge, go move your body day, medium exertion level. Did a couple rounds of Cindy, did some time on the assault bike. Like, it was just like random, but it was fun and it was just like unstructured and beautiful. Went to Sprouts, came home, put the groceries in the fridge, quick got ready, and now I'm off to the chiropractor and to see my friend Blake. And today, I don't think I'm really working at all. I'm doing some prompts for a client for her Instagram, and I am doing some posting for Rob. And that's about it. So, got home from coffee and my walk, made chicken and rice, and ate ceviche. And this girl will not stop staring at me. Of course, she knows I'm filming, so now she's acting like she's not, but she gets to stay in 3 inches from the plate, of course. I didn't take any videos, but I did take some pictures, so I'll put those here. Blake is awesome. She runs a business with her girlfriend, and they're super cute together. They do European stretch style, European style stretching, that's what I'm trying to say. And her woman is from Ukraine, so she's super rad. Anyway, go outside to the pool, naturally. I feel like a teenager on summer break. I have 3 days of work in the next 10 days. That's it. It's wild. Actually, no, less than that. 3 days of work in the next 14 days. That's it. Who am I? What? This is actually wild. I haven't had this like low of a stress load since I was a teenager. All right, you guys, I've been doing so bad at vlogging lately. I don't know what it is. I think I'm just feeling really unstructured. But anyway, I styled a house for a client recently. So I'm going to put the recording of me talking about that in here. So I sorted it by room naturally, but I want to start down here and I'll give you access to this board so you have it. These four pieces of art, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think probably 2 is good, like 1 for upstairs, 1 for downstairs initially, and then it's pretty easy to acquire and collect and add to wall art, so like not a huge focus initially. I also do think it'd be cool to have one of these, either this one or this one, in the bathroom. But I also have some more ideas on there. So long story short, there's too much wall art. If you want to get this put on your desk, I think that would be so freaking cool, or even get stuff done. And then these are alternative ideas for upstairs, and or I don't know what the spatial, I have no spatial awareness of your spot, so I don't even know if maybe one of these goes downstairs, but I just think they're super cool. Pinned them and looked forever for one that wasn't like $1 million for this now. So I guess we'll start with the front and the welcome area. Basically suggesting either get this or this for the doormat. This one's cheaper and I like it better, but this would be out in the shop area headed into your place. And I just think this is hilarious. Hi, I'm Matt. Our retreat house had it, so naturally I had to find it. And then a gear wall in your garage area would be so sick, along with this for glasses in the either right inside the door or right outside the door. But I thought that was super cute and definitely something you could make. It's just a piece of elastic and 2 holes and a piece of wood. So definitely don't buy it, but I thought it was pretty rad. And kitchen, what I'm thinking is grab a couple of these mugs, like 4 of them, and then organize the food really well. I like this, I think, better than this one. Not the glass shelving, but just the way that everything's like labeled. I do think this is cool though, because you could have dishes on top and still use these for like ingredients. I noticed there wasn't like much food storage, so I think having it out and making the aesthetic is really cool. Also, in the corner with your desk, I think this would be dope, and not so many plants, but like an accent light and then a plant and then like a book. So that could be a really dope little project, along with some coat hooks when you come in the door. That's one of my ideas for the entryway. And then I'll show you the other one is actually down here, is to do something like this. I thought this was so sick, and this could even be outside in the shop area, but like you got the shoe racks in there, 2 shelves picturing like snapbacks, and then this is like the stuff that you wear all the time with some hooks and some fishing net. I thought that was super, super sick. I also really like this one, similar in purpose, but I think this one's way cooler because I just like haven't seen anything like it. So anyway, that's that. These mats, 2 of these mats for your kitchen, I think that would make that texture go in beautifully, and also just like it's a vibe, right? So okay, so coat idea 1, coat idea 2, coat idea 3. And then you should let me paint this on your wall because that's so sick and minimalist and amazing and doesn't require a frame. And then, of course, we need to have the base and the amp. So the base and the amp will obviously go down there, and a stool to sit and play bass on would be dope. It doesn't have to be that one, but I just saw it and thought it was really cool. And a snake plant. So this could even get flipped upside down and could be the plant stand for the snake plant. And then a magnetic knife holder and this magazine skateboard rack. Again, probably something that's pretty easy to make. And or these, but bringing some of that like board sport stuff into your life, I think would be so dope for as far as wall decor goes downstairs. So a base, a skateboard, one piece of art, some rugs, some food stuff, some painting on the wall. I think you're probably getting the vibe, and you'll see this texture carried throughout. Bedroom slash lounge. I can't talk. Not sure if you have a full length mirror, but I think this one's super cool. Love the idea of having a black one. Again, doesn't have to be this one. I did not look at prices. Yeah, $600. Certainly doesn't have to be that one, but something with a black frame. And I did like the soft edge. Also thought this was dope. Could probably make that out of wood too for your corner if you wanted to hang some stuff. And then 2 throw pillows to go on top of this bad boy. I thought this was so sick, at the foot of the bed or like in replacement of that couch. Again, doesn't have to be this one. There's a ton of these on Amazon, on Temu, whatever. But looking at things kind of like this, it's the West Elm version. I just think that's so dope and appropriate for the small space. Let me go back. Let's just go from the top. So these 2 pillows on something like this, or maybe one chair and then a different chair, like a mismatch, intentional mismatch. You can picture the records, that piece of furniture that I have under your TV, and you can keep that. I was literally going to get rid of it anyway, and so now it has a home. And then these would be sick to build out for record player stuff. Also really like this. I definitely want to bring like a touch of coastal stuff in for your time and your surf. I think that's so rad. And then your closet area, I'm thinking either hang some bins on the wall or grab this piece is from IKEA and then you just add sprinkler pipe on top. So again, I know you said you didn't want to do a closet, but for now, you could do it and then you just take it down when you're done. Super easy. This thing is sick. I think you should just build one instead of buying one, but essentially allows you to put all of your hats up, which I know you have some, and so it might as well be aesthetically pleasing. Super dope. Also thought this was cool. Yeah, like a little closet area, little lounge area. So piece of art, records, couch. This I thought was so sick for the wall above the bed. So picturing it like above the headboard, and then you can kind of have that dim light without needing to go crazy. I like all of these, like these accent lights I think are super sick. Again, this is stuff that you can definitely build. You don't need to pay for it, but just little projects. And then I've got a minimalistic light bulb like this for next to the bed. Also thought this was super sick for up on top of the record player thing, and then they make it in different colors too. I just thought that was so rad, a little nostalgic. I have a sunset lamp, and then I think you should get another one, and then that whole place can just be a giant vibe house. Okay, and then one of these for the corner, obviously. As far as the bedroom wall goes, so I'm thinking an accent wall with black and then either a slat wall over it or something like this where there's the molding and then just keeping it dark green. And then this reminded me of your bedding, but so if you picture this green and then you picture the bed coming off the wall, even if it's over to the side, like how you have it, I think the layout of that room is super rad. You can ignore the lights. I just like the molding. And so creating something like this for the bed to come off of. And even if you wanted to keep the layout the same, you could essentially push this guy all the way up against the wall and create some more open space between the TV and the couch. That would be sick. And then this I thought was sick if this didn't stop all the way up there, but it went to like here. And then they almost built like a mantle shelf in there. So rad. Plus you get the exposure to the black, which I thought was so sweet, but I like this coloring better. End table for the bed, super rad. Love the contrast of like natural and then man-made. And then I think we went over everything else. Keeping your eye out for something like this. Again, doesn't have to be this one. A lot of these are like super overpriced, but a textured throw for that matches with these pillows for this guy. So let me know your thoughts on that. And then bathroom. Okay, there's a lot of art This is my personal favorite, especially with your space, but I have no idea how much wall space is in there. Some shower bracket things and a trash can that obviously matches everything, and other stuff that matches everything as needed, of course. I also thought these were super sick. These little like corner shelves, super badass. And then love the sprinkler pipe as a towel rack. And then love these towels to kind of keep that checkerboard theme running throughout. This was just an alternate to that. And then, of course, a checkerboard rug for stepping out of the shower. So this should be giving a very clear vibe. Also have this Johnny Cash one. Doesn't have to be this one, just pinning ideas. I did not have time to like bargain shop. And then also thought this was sick. The card, or you can't change the card you were dealt, but just the way you play the hand. Super rad. And that's the bathroom. And then the gym. I think this would be so dope is if you did something like this, where it could be the 2 shipping containers that make up the gym, and then like a little platform, a little deck up here, even if it was just like this much. So like, I think this part's kind of like way too extra, but this could have stairs going up, have a rooftop lounge, like so dope. Creating shelving like out of sprinkler pipe inside something like this for the closet area. And then downstairs having the overhang, like this section right here, have a circular sauna, and then a cold plunge would be so dope. A ski erg, this flag's actually made in whitefish. More ideas for layout. I was just absolutely nerding out, but making it really, really cool. I'll let you click through this. If you have the top floor, creating like a spring bed like this, I think is so sick. And then, of course, there's also this sauna. I have no idea how much these are. I did not look that far. This was the original inspiration of like rooftop, and then this garage door that flies up with a gym inside. Cold plunge could even be a stock tank. And this, I would say, is like ideal for the inside feel, but it's a lot of wood, so it could also just be metal. I had some serious fun with this. I hope that you're not judging me. I hope that you're like, this is sick and I like your vision, but this is what I do. This is how my brain works. So let's see if this is like 11 minutes long. Yep, it is. And I hope you love it.